One Winter Weekend was released in 2018. This is directed by Gary Yates and written by Erin Dobson, and it stars Taylor Cole, Jack Turner, Rukiya Bernard, and Dewshane Williams. And I rather enjoyed this one. It's about two friends, Cara and Megan, and they both decide to go to this ski resort. And while they're there, they realise that they kind of accidentally booked half a chalet instead of a full chalet. And there are plenty of films like this where the chalet has accidentally been double booked, but I don't think I've seen one where they've accidentally only booked half of it. So I thought that was a very small difference to a lot of films like this, but I rather enjoyed it. And they're sharing the chalet with Sean and Ben. And I'd say that Ben and Cara don't necessarily get off to the strongest start. They actually meet each other beforehand when they're trying to grab a surfboard and they go for the same board. And apparently there's something brilliant about this board. I'm not into surfing, so I don't fully understand it. But either way, they both went for the same board. So it's a nice coincidence that they meet again at the chalet. And it's mostly in fact, about them spending time together and starting to get on, and then of course developing this romantic relationship. And I don't want to say too much more about the narrative. That is the crux of it, and I rather enjoyed it. It did get a little bit unnecessarily dramatic at one point, by which I mean the characters overreacted. And I'm talking specifically about Cara and Ben. And I've mentioned many times that when it comes to rom-coms like this or romantic dramas, I feel like if a character overreacts to a situation where in reality they wouldn't respond that way, or it's a very unbelievable reaction, it can kind of ruin the moment. And that did happen on one occasion for me. But everything else surrounding that, I really enjoyed. The scenery is absolutely gorgeous. This is filmed, according to IMDb, the outdoor skiing and snowboarding scenes were filmed in, and I apologise if I mispronounce this, the Nakiska ski area in Canada. That means nothing to me, but it is beautiful. Visually, really stunning. The characters are all really likeable, even though Cara was maybe a little bit moodier than I would have liked. I did still enjoy the character, and the performances are really good as well. So if you are looking for a rom-com that you haven't seen, and you do like films where characters are accidentally forced to live together, I'm kind of glad it's a common occurrence in films, because I think it works really well. It's a nice way to force strangers to spend time with each other. Because often in rom-coms, the romantic relationship can feel forced. But when the narrative calls for that specifically, you're completely eradicating that possibility anyway. So I rather enjoy this kind of film. And thankfully, One Winter Weekend is a really good example of how to do this narrative. I rather enjoyed it. And if it sounds like your kind of film, then I definitely recommend it.